WLOX presents Blues over Biloxi.
Welcome, everyone.
We are so happy to have you joining us live in your living rooms. We are out with thousands of people getting ready.
Tens of thousands.
For Blues over Biloxi. You are in the comfort of your own home with air conditioning. We are out here with everybody else in a beautiful hot summer day, and we are in for a wonderful show, Rhonda.
Yeah, we absolutely are, and we have got some of the best vantage points for you to see Blues over Biloxi. We've got our cameras stationed everywhere for you to see this air show. As you can see, we are looking down onto the water. We're going to look down onto the Great Lawn here at Harrah's, but I can tell you that when I was coming in, all of these boats I'm coming in so they can get a close look at the air show right into the flight path.
We have cameras on top of Margaritaville in Biloxi looking down on all of those boats in the channel and out on the Sound, and there are so many, too many to count actually, and they have probably one of the best vantage points really, because this air show is going to center over the Great Lawn. Across the street from here is right next to Highway 90, so people have been out here for a long time staking out the best spots. There's a shot of Harrah's Great Lawn. We have cameras atop Harrah's parking garage and on top of Harrah's pool deck, which is where we are broadcasting right now. We also have cameras on top of the Blind Tiger.
Whoa! And our very first flight of the day.
That was an F-16. I believe that's the Viper doing our first flyby, and it just gave me chills.
I know, it absolutely did. Matter of fact, that's the Air Force F-16 Viper demo. That's one of the demonstration team show flights that are going out from Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. They perform in about 22 shows every year, and this team also participates in the U.S. Air Force Heritage Flights.
What a beautiful sight. We have a cast of many here today. Doug Walker is out on the Great Lawn, and we want to join him now to see what the vision is like down on the grass. Doug.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm excited. This is some kind of fun. It's loud, it's exciting, and this Great Lawn at Harrah's is packed with thousands of people, and they are enjoying the show. Take a look at this family right here. They are in awe. So this show is just started. What do you think?
I love these type of shows. It's amazing. There's not even words that can explain it, honestly.
And this is your daughter over here?
That's Aubrey, and this is Isaac.
Hey, Aubrey, how you doing?
Good.
What do you think of these jets?
Awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Snyder, the one and only, is also down with the crowds along the Great Lawn. Let's go to Bill now and see who he's found.
Well, ladies, down here on the Great Lawn watching, you were talking about the F-16. The USAF Thunderbirds fly the F-16. I think Rhonda may have mentioned that a few minutes ago. That plane, just think about this for a second. That plane was brought into service back in the late 70s, and yet still it's performing like that. That's how far advanced our military was with the F-16, the F-18s that the Blue Angels fly came out in the 80s. So these are state-of-the-art planes, but there's actually some even more state-of-the-art that are coming out. But as we look around here, Dorian and I are going to pan around a little bit, and you can see the folks watching here all over the place on the Great Lawn. This is a perfect spot to watch what's going on. And right now that F-16 is doing a slow pass maneuver, and it's just amazing to watch how these guys do that. He'll be doing that here, and it's really, really loud. The bottom line for this whole thing is we all feel the need for speed. I made sure I was going to do some type of Top Gun reference today since the Blue Angels were flying. Guys, I'm going to toss it back up to you. We'll find some other folks down here in a few minutes and enjoy the show.
Another look at the beautiful beach in Biloxi and
Look
just
at
how
those
crowded
people.
it is down
here.
here.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Not your typical weekend in Biloxi. We've seen crowded beaches before, but
No, this is spectacular to see though, and everybody enjoying the pool also at Harrah's on the pool deck. Oh, what a nice way to cool off. They really need a place to cool off in this heat.
and what a vantage point, but don't be jealous of them, because we're bringing you some of the best best vantage points around because we have our cameras situated in so many different locations so that you can really get the feel of this air show.
Absolutely. We hope you can feel the excitement right in the comfort of your living room. It's been a thrill watching these aircraft, and there's so much more to come. But I think our time is up, Rhonda.
It is. Our time is up. We can go and enjoy the rest of the air show, and let's go back down to the Great Lawn.
We're actually going to go to the Blind Tiger this
we
time.
are
We're
going to the
taking you
Blind
to a
Tiger,
new
yes.
location, the Blind Tiger, where Hugh and Carrie are there. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hey, we are having a great time out here. An outstanding view on the deck of the Blind Tiger. You can see the water out here right behind us. All of the boats are flooded into the Mississippi Sound. Checking this out. There's so many people
jumping in the
out
water. It's so hot.
here. Need to cool off, but I tell you what, where we are right here, there's a nice breeze.
Oh, it's so nice. I've seen, it was funny though, I was watching some of the seagulls at first. They were just floating in the wind, and that first fighter jet went through, and they were like,
They got lost right out of
there. They took the wind to their back, and they took off.
And at times we're so close to the action here, you kind of get the birds and the planes confused based on your line of sight there. But these planes are just amazing. As here we see the short Tucano, it's been zipping around us for a while. And this is all leading up to the main event, the Blue Angels, coming up in about probably an hour, 30 minutes to an hour from now is the main event. And you see all of the people out there on the Great Lawn. You see the boats, even out beyond Deer Island. We don't really see them right there, but if you look closer to Deer Island out there in the distance, you see those boats just lined up, one after another.
It's like there's no sand. It's just all boats.
Boats going right up to the land. That is
But what
amazing.
an awesome day. We live in such an awesome place that we have this, and we're able to enjoy the sea and the sand and the plains with the Blues over Biloxi.
Welcome back. You're watching Blues over Biloxi, and right now you're looking at what is called Warbirds. These are really throwback aircraft, and you can actually see the pilots. We've got close enough shot there to check out the pilots inside.
I think I heard the announcer saying that some of these are home built, but we don't have a whole lot of information. But I do know that what you're looking at is a biplane.
You got it, a
and
biplane.
It's yellow and it has red on it.
And they're doing a circular motion. They're just flying. I'm going to count them right now and see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 8 in the sky right now, and they're doing a circular pattern right over the Mississippi Sound from where we are here in the Biloxi Point out to Deer Island. And so everybody here on the edge of the water can really see a close-up view of these planes right now. Okay. Bill Snyder is on the lawn out there, the Great Lawn. He's out there mingling with the people.
Oh, I'm sure talking up a storm.
Bill's a little bit of a talker, so let's find out what Bill's learning out there on the lawn.
Hey guys, it's amazing, isn't it? We were watching that F-16 just scream through here, and then we had the P-51, which also, I think, has a top speed of like 400, 500 miles an hour. And then we're just kind of creeping with the Stearman and these guys, but those were very important planes. The Stearman was a big-time trainer back in the old days, and that little observation plane, they used that in World War II, they used it in Korea, they used it in Vietnam because it's slow. They can go low, see what's going on down on the ground. And speaking of what's going on down on the ground, I told you about the breeze a little bit earlier, and you could see it's kind of messed up this guy's umbrella a little bit, but he's handling it. He's handling his business. But the breeze has really made it bearable down here. Of course, we've been having all these heat advisories and telling people to hydrate, and they are. A lot of folks behind me at this concession stand, lots of lines. People are drinking. They're drinking water, they're drinking lemonade, they're staying hydrated, people are eating, and so far as I look around, everybody's doing really well. And of course, they're waiting for the Blue Angels, everybody is, but they've also enjoyed these other events. And we talked about the P-51 and the F-16 earlier. There's a lot of emotion, that heritage flight. The folks that have been in the military before or had family members who served in the military, that was really, you could feel the appreciation from folks down here. In fact, I talked to one man who was a Gulf War veteran, and he said, I haven't seen the Blue Angels in 20 years. So there's a lot of folks fired up down here. And we got some more. Of course, it'll take about an hour for the Stearman to get out of the way. Just kidding. Actually, that would be fun to fly in that because it's kind of a cruise. You know, you're just cruising there. So those planes are beautiful. Hats off to the guys entertaining everyone. And I'm going to send it back to you. Speaking of hydrating, I think it's time to get some water.
Well, Karen and Dave are going to take us the rest of the way. They're across the street from us here over at Harrah's. They've got a great poolside view of the Blue Angels show. And let's toss it over there across the street, across Highway 90 to them.
Alrighty, thanks so much, Hugh and Carrie. We're poolside looking this way, but behind us over the Mississippi Sound, Karen, was spectacular Deer Island in the background, and the airplanes flying overhead, and the tents, and the crowd, and the flags.
I know, it's been fantastic.
Oh.
We've been here for the entire show, and a lot of people gathered here on the pool deck, mostly a VIP, and then of course group, and then of course people who are staying at the hotel. But I mean, the jets have gotten really close a few times, and that's when it's the most exciting.
Well, that aerospace, the guys that just ended their performance a little while ago with the smoke billowing out, we're now waiting for the premier precision flight squadron in the world, and that is the U.S. Navy's Blue Angels with their FA-18 Hornets. Wait till you hear the engines on these things.
Oh, I know.
Oh, here they come, folks.
Ooh, take a look.
I am telling you, if you have a seatbelt, get ready to buckle it.
And you're seeing the 6 jets there right now.
Yeah.
These are the Hornets.
And they're going to do some amazing aerobatic. You look at the crowd, we can hear, that's the diamond right there. Oh man, my heart races.
I know when you hear that sound.
Just look at that tight formation.
Mm-hmm. Now that looks like one of the closest, tightest formations we've seen. And they're very low right now too. That's one of the lowest times. Beautiful, I love the colors. The blue and yellow, blue and gold, it's beautiful.
Look at that beautiful formation.
I had to turn around and take a look at that one. That's gorgeous. Best free show around, that's for sure.
I will say that is definitely true. I can't think of another one.
Okay, here they come from the east, and that's beautiful. Right over the lawn.
Altitude, they're going to make sure that the spectators, I think they're going into that right now, as a matter of fact, these 4. And it's been kind of interesting to see all the pelicans flying around the coast.
That's right.
Amid the jet wash of these F-18s. Oh, look at this. I pity anyone who left before this.
I know, take a look. That is beautiful. And they're coming, they just went by Beau Rivage. Again, that was a pretty low flyby.
Anyway, tomorrow you can, if you missed it today, if we just whet your appetites, seeing it on TV today, and you want to come out and experience it in person, it begins at 1 o'clock. It's not just the Blue Angels, but the Vipers I know flew with the U.S. Army, I think. And there were other terrific shows. But I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to take a quick time out as the U.S. Navy Blue Angels are performing on this WLOX News Special.